Hey everyone, it's Breno, and today I wanted to talk about following your dreams. Now, I know that I've made a lot of videos about not quitting your job and doing game dev within reason, but I am actually a big believer in following your dreams. I just believe that you should do it responsibly because the likelihood of you making it in the short term is very, very low. Basically, I believe in following your dreams. I believe that stability is a requirement to be following your dreams long term without luck. And you should not rely on luck. You should be doing everything within your control to give you the highest chance of succeeding following your dreams long term. So, I think it is incredibly important to have something to work towards in life. Something that really gets you excited. And one of the things that I have found is that a lot of the traditional pathways to this fulfillment are kind of invalid. So I'd like to talk about why you should follow your dreams and sort of like some of the areas in the traditional pathways of life that I have found to be a bit lacking. So the first one is going to be the workplace. So I grew up on a farm, and when you had a problem, you fixed it and you did a good job. And you did that because if you didn't fix it then, it would become a significantly worse problem. This is not really rewarded or appreciated as much as you would want in a company. Now, if you're a junior worker, this type of stuff is good because you want to get out of the junior ranks as quickly as possible. If you're a mid-level person, though, you kind of have to be a reliable worker. You have to be a cog in the machine. You probably heard that phrase a lot. And I made the mistake of taking on too many additional jobs at one of my jobs, and it wasn't appreciated that much. Like, it was appreciated, but it wasn't rewarded. And one of the things I've kind of realized when I left that place was they needed to replace me with five people. Now, you may say that's like a form of punishment and stuff, but to a company that maybe didn't reward you enough, so they deserve it. But I like to think of life in terms of win-wins, and I really want you to think about it like this. You have a big company and leadership cannot have a good overview on everything. You have to delegate responsibility and you have to just try and make that the whole thing is going to work. And so you have to plan out how employees are going to work at the highest level, and you need it to be reliable and predictable. And if you have a superstar employee that you don't know about, then if that superstar employee quits, you now have a you now have a cog that couldn't be replaced, and that is a massive problem. So not only is the cog going to be working way harder than they need to for not reward that doesn't really get associated with it, but management now has a liability on their hand. You cannot and that's why I've sort of realized that in the workplace, once you get past the junior levels, unless you're in senior management where hard work really does get compensated and rewarded, your best bet is to do a good job, very occasionally go above when it's going to result in less overall work, but never go beyond. And that is sort of demoralizing to me as I'm someone that wants my great efforts to be recognized and rewarded. So to me, the workplace has been a bit lacking, and I kind of found that I need to find something else that really gets me out of bed and gets me to work because I'm not being appreciated as much as I want to, and the company, they can't, because you can't reward the outliers like to an obscene amount. there's so like that just creates an opportunity for nepotism and bias, and you have random employees who are total crap getting paid a ton. Like, you can't have that. There's a reason why it works like this. It's lame. You should be a cog in the machine, you should be replaceable, and that's how big business works. Now, in terms of dating, and this is like divisive and stuff, so I'm just going to keep this short. It's becoming a lot harder to find the right person. I'm going to leave it at that. There's huge amounts of bias as to why that's the case, but I think most people can say it's getting hard to find the right partner in modern society, and you can't rely on that to give you additional meaning in life. The next thing is like for housing. Oh my god, housing in Australia is nuts. Like, I've heard people complain about how hard and expensive it is to be an adult, and from what I can tell, it is a bunch of bullcrap. People are just really bad with money. But housing is stupid in Australia. Like, housing really is absolutely insane. So, I'll give you the most insane example. I live on $30,000 a year. I am a minimalist. And if the 4% rule is anything to go by, which is like, if I save up $750,000, I should technically have a very high chance of being able to retire right now, not earn a single additional cent, and never run out of money. The statistics are in my favor that this happens. And it's like, I don't know, I think at like age 30, this is something like a 85% chance that that happens. So that's kind of nuts. Now, the crazy thing here is that the median home in Australia costs $816,000. The average home costs $960,000. So it is cheaper for me to live a minimalist early retirement than it is to own my own home. So that's not exactly a great incentive to want to own your own freestanding home. I just went for an apartment because it's cheaper. But it's like, that's just insane. It's so expensive. Why would I want to buy into a system that is completely robbed people of my generation the ability to really own their own home without having a top income wage? It's just insane. I don't want to be trapped in debt for the rest of my life. The housing is just stupid. Now, so those I would say would be the free things that the traditional lifestyle would give you, like home, love, and work. So, these things are not working out super duper well for me. And I do think that if you can walk down the traditionalist life path and it's giving you decent outcomes, then by all means continue to do it. Life is working out for you. But I think that for many of us, the traditional life path is clearly broken. So if we continue to walk down it, the path is just going to lead us to stagnation and regret. So yeah, I think it is worth following your dreams. And I would say, like, it is becoming significantly harder to just live a decent life in the West. But it's never been easier to be great. So I think it is worth following your dreams, but you just got to do it responsibly. Anyway, that's it for me. Bye.